I've been told by the clinician on the 111 number that I was having a heart attack and getting myself down there. Having arrived at the Countess within 10 minutes, from the doctor's instruction, I was immediately dispatched to Liverpool with the messages was you could not be in safer hands. They have all the special resources. Major heart attack, multiple complications on entry, but here I am 8 months later, and I've been informed today I'm now going forward to a heart bypass in October. I received copies of the full consultant's report that pieced together and explained the story or my journey as a patient from admission, which then I thought this sounds like or reads like a page out of a horror story by Stephen King, perhaps the first page. There were multiple complications, not just a major heart attack. A fluid around the heart, there was all sorts of reactions, multiple organ failure, and various emergency procedures were administered to keep me alive. I think the best way to sum up this was one of the doctors explained to my daughter when she called in 3 or 4 days after admission to manage her expectations, which I have to say was extremely useful for her and for family and friends who she was relaying about my situation from day to day, was that the doctor said, Lois, that might be my daughter, 23 years of age, your dad started from the lowest possible bar. I can smile about it now, but she said to me that helped her enormously, that honesty, transparency. At 19 days in the ICU, 17 of those 19 days I was on life support with respiratory. For most of that, I believe for most of that time I was heavily sedated, I wasn't conscious, I have no recollection of being conscious, and then I understand later that I entered a delusional state which I had no idea about that concept. One of the most significant things to help me understand and rationalise that period when I was in the ICU, unconscious, was the staff nurses keeping handwritten notes, and that started I think 2 days after admission, and they were done daily. It helped me rationalise and understand from day to day the roller coaster that my body physically was going through and encountering. And when I first read through those, it was an incredibly powerful emotion, but gave me a very good and deep understanding of the trauma that I'd experienced. And one of the things that I found was when one of the members of staff, one of the nurses, was able to give me an iPad where I was able to do some FaceTime with my daughter. Now, bear in mind this is some 19, perhaps 20 days after my admission, and the trauma she went through along with family and friends, but now I could see her and talk to her, which was incredible. And that was followed up a number of days later under very strict COVID restrictions, that she was able to see me at a distance outside actually the ward itself, and that facilitation was incredible, being able to see my daughter to see me, for me to see my daughter. Sincerity. I've come to understand and realise that Liverpool Heart and Chest Hospital has got an incredible reputation in the UK, well, obviously regionally, in the UK, Europe and worldwide, and I can see why. And I felt that the overall experience was, well, you've saved my life, but it doesn't end there, there's aftercare, and that's been incredible. And I am going to emphasise it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Well, I believe there's 3/4 of it left, but it's 3/4.